so far I've had a pretty nice experience when it comes to Tenable knives. I've actually tested 3 of them, and I do have to admit, all 3 have been pretty awesome. Which is why I'm pretty excited to check this one out, as in a way, it's a combination of all 3 of them. So let's check it out. And here it is, the Tenable Model 6. As you can see, it looks quite nice. Let's see how it deploys. Also, yeah, pretty nice, a nice movement. So, why did I say it's a combination of all 3 of these? Well, first off, start with the handle. Just like my Tiny Dancer also has G-Mascus handle. Although the pattern is different, as this one is smooth, they both have red G-Mascus handles. But when it comes to the blade, just like the Rafe L, this one also has a 14C 2010 4mm thick sheepsfoot blade. And then when it comes to the deployment, just like the Fenrir, this one also has a crossbar lock and deploys with a thumb stud, just like the Fenrir. So, in a way, it's a combination of all 3 of these. It's quite different than each of them, but in a way, it's like them all. So, it's pretty cool. The movement feels quite nice, and when it comes to the thumb stud, as you can see, it's fairly flat, long, and has this pattern on it, which actually makes it quite nice for slow rolling the blade. As you can see, if you open it like this actually feels really nice, as it provides a really nice grip. And you can also swing it like this, and also with the crossbar lock, just like this. Pretty nice. So, when it comes to the size, it weighs about 115 grams, has an overall length of 189.8 millimeters with a blade length of 78.8 millimeters. So, it's pretty much in the middle when it comes to weight between these 2. Although, now, when comparing the size, although the page says they both are 4mm thick, they don't look the same width. So, let's actually check it. First, the Rafe L. That should be 4mm, but when it comes to this one, this is actually 3.2, so it's actually thinner than the Rafe L. So previously, I guess I lied, but it does say 4mm on the page, so might be a mistake, but we checked it. So this one has a thicker blade than this one, and it feels like it. Although this one also feels quite massive, so it's pretty comfortable to swing it open like this. As the mass is there, feels quite nice, but this one feels quite a bit heavier. So now it's time to see how it cuts. And for that, let's start with the usual, paper. Let's see how it slices. Very nice, very sharp, feels super nice. Now, what about this belt? Let's see how the cut looks. Very smooth. Let's try another one. Also, very little ripping. Feels quite nice. So, let's put these to the side. And let's give it a bit of a harder task. Let's try and cut this. Take rope. So, let's put it here and let's cut it. Slices quite nicely, very similar to the Rafe L, as I remember. Feels quite nice. So let's remove this. And as you can see, this is a pretty thick rope. It's about 22mm in diameter, so it's pretty thick. But now, the zip ties. Also, quite nice. The blade could be slightly longer, as my average movement is a bit longer, so I got caught at one moment on the end, but that's some user error, so to say. It's on me, but now it's time to try and cut these zip ties like this. See how this goes. Also slices very nicely. A very sharp blade. It feels very nice. And the jimping also is distinct enough to provide a pretty nice grip when pushing it like this. This one is pretty short. Let's try again. yeah, got through. But it's also not too rough, making it pretty nice for everyday tasks, I would say. Feels very nice, provides a decent grip, and overall, when it comes to the geometry, this knife feels super nice and comfortable. As you can see, it fits very nicely, and the grip just feels very natural, which is quite nice. And as you can see, when we compare the jimping on the Rafe L, it's quite a difference, like night and day. This one is very discreet, but also provides pretty nice grip, while this one has this massive, distinct jimping. But it also feels quite nice, just for different purposes. For EDC tasks, I'd say I'd prefer this one, as it just feels quite a bit better. But now, let's put it in your pants. And for that, first off, let's close it up, and as you can see, the pocket clip can be reversed to our side, which is pretty nice. Let's see how it holds, how it fits. Let's put it in. She looks really nice. As you can see, it doesn't pop out too much. It's not that thick, but as this a deep carry pocket clip, as you can see, it's barely visible. It's very well concealed, which is what you want. At least I do. But let's also compare it with the Rafe L, which is quite a bit heavier. Let's put this to the side. And as we have enough space, let's also put in the Fenrir. Let's make it a party in our pants. Let's put this one also in. And now, let's go for a light jog. Let's see how they hold. The Rafe L, the first one sliding, as this the heaviest, so now these two. And this one, the Model 6, also slided out. And the Fenrir barely moved, so yeah, pretty cool. As you can see, both the Rafe L and the Fenrir have this type of pocket clip, while this one has a slightly different one. So take a note. And this one also has this lanyard hole, so you can also add a rope if you'd like. So quite nice. Overall, this is a pretty nice knife. It costs about 60 to 70 bucks, so in that price range, all of these two are the same price. I would say I liked a lot. They all actually feel quite nice for that price. I do really like this blade, and in my opinion, this G-Mascus fits it quite perfectly. I really like this design. Looks super nice and clean. And it just feels very nice. So I'll probably carry it quite often. We'll see how this goes. And yeah, I'll make an update in a month or two. Let's see how it holds up. And yeah, if you want to pick one up, leave the links in the description. And if you like this review, leave a like, subscribe, and see you next one. Bye.